Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect the Google Shopping Feed app to your Merchant Center. So in apps, you should have installed the Google Shopping Feed app by now. So click on that, and then you want to go and sign in into your Google account. And then it's going to ask you for your Merchant Center ID. So to get your Merchant Center ID, go into Merchant Center, and the ID will be here. So copy and paste that in here. Yep, it's already been selected, so you don't need to copy and paste it. You just select it from the drop-down menu, and then you go confirm your account. And this should take not too long. All right, so there's two settings that we need to change in here. So the first one, you want to scroll down here, and you want to type in home and garden, and select this. And then you want to change this, and you want to only submit the brand name and MPN, right? So that's the one thing you got to change. So another thing that I just noticed here is that here it says target market. So your products will be published to Google Shopping Market with the same currency as your Shopify store. So this is a new Shopify store, and I haven't changed the currency to USD, right? So the Shopify store is in AUD, so it's only letting me select Australia, right? If your store currency is not in USD, I recommend you change it to USD so you target the US market. So I'm going to quickly show you how to change the currency for people who don't have their store in USD currency. So go down to settings, go payment providers. And what you want to do is you want to deactivate the payment gateway, right? And then you want to go back to settings, general, come down here and switch this to United States dollar. Go save. And you want to go back to payment providers, and then go and select your provider again. So I recommend going with Stripe. If you can't get Stripe in your country, that's fine. It's okay just to run PayPal. But now let's refresh this page because it should be, yeah, so target market now is United States. I'll just go through it again. So it's just home and garden. And we want to submit brand name and MPN. And we want to hit save. Save this, continue. Okay, and you can see here total published products is 0. I'm actually quickly going to pause this and publish 3 products to my store. Right, so I went and added some products into Shopify. There's still one option here that we actually need to change. So in product titles, instead of syncing the product title with Shopify, we actually want to sync the search engine optimized title, right? And I'll explain why, because the search engine optimized title is down here, right? So if you refresh this page, you have to go down here and click Edit Website SEO. So this is the search engine optimized title down here, right? So the reason we want to sync this search engine optimized title into Merchant Center is because it can be keyword rich, and it won't look weird for our title, right? So for example, this title here could just be USB Beetle Humidifier, right? So this is just a title that shows up to the prospect who's browsing on our store. And down here, this is where we type in the keyword rich title that will be pulled into Merchant Center. So this could be like USB Beetle Humidifier, aroma diffuser, air cleaner, right? So if we go save, right, this keyword rich title will pull into Merchant Center, yet only this nice looking title here will be shown to the prospect on the product page, right? So if we go to the product page, you can see it's just called USB Beetle Humidifier. If we mouse over here, the title is USB Beetle Humidifier Aroma Diffuser Air Cleaner. So prospects won't actually see that. It will just be pulled into Merchant Center. And because there's more keywords in it, we're going to get higher search volume in Google Shopping. So now I've explained that, what we want to do is go back here. And we also want to change one of these options before we sync it. So variant inclusion options, we want to sync all variants, right? So the reason why we want to push all variants to Merchant Center and not just the first variant is because if there's a product that has like multiple colors, say if there is a mug and the mug has 3 colors, red, blue, and green, what this does, it pushes all the variants, so all the colors, right? So there'll be a red, blue, and green mug. And then when we run Google Shopping, let's say if the blue mug converts the highest, then we'll exclude the other 2 products and just leave the blue mug running, because sometimes you'll find like a variant that will be profitable and another variant that will be unprofitable. So we want to push all variants. So once you've done that, just hit sync, or it might say resync, and then yes. And what this does is it syncs the products in your store to Merchant Center. So I recommend that, like, if you've got products on your store, I reckon just sync all the products to Merchant Center. Because what we're going to start off with, I always recommend that it's good to test the products that you already have in your store, because I mean, you've put work, you probably tested them on Facebook, you've put work into the product descriptions and uploading everything. You may as well test it on Google Shopping, right? So now we can see that these 3 products here are submitted. There's no errors. Everything's green, so it's fine. So what's going to happen now is that these products are going to be submitted into Merchant Center, and it's got here that if you're submitting products for the first time, it may take up to 8 to 10 hours to show in Merchant Center. So don't go immediately into Merchant Center and try and look around for them, because it will take 8 to 10 hours to show up in Merchant Center. And even when it shows up in Merchant Center, there's still a review process from Google. So the products actually will take up to 72 hours to be approved in your feed. So it's going to take up to 72 hours before you can start running your first Google Shopping campaign. So you've got to be patient and wait till the time is up. And another thing is that with this app, right, you don't need to like sync products every single time, right? There's automatic syncing. I think it syncs like once a day. If you want to force a sync, you can click resync. But there's no need to do it like every day, because it's done automatically. So in the next video, I'm going to show you Merchant Center and where you can see to look if the products are approved, and then we can finally start running some Google ads.